Stellar Blade is one of the best video game releases of the year, and everybody's talking about the NieR Automata DLC collab, and tons of gamers are pointing out how Shift Up listened to us yet again. They're releasing genuinely good entertainment instead of focusing on what the Western devs are, which is shoving a narrative in your face. I have a few different things to show off, but before I get into the topic, if you enjoy the content I create, check out the links in the description, join the community in my live streams, and consider supporting through Patreon or YouTube memberships. Now, obviously, Stellar Blade at launch faced a lot of controversy because the mainstream media was trying to trash it, but then we found out Sony did force some censorship upon Shift Up, like with the graffiti and also some of the costumes being toned down. And look, I completely understand why people were upset over that, but it is still one of the best games to release this year. It was a fantastic experience overall, and with the new costumes and the NieR Automata DLC they're launching, it just shows that they are still trying to listen to us, and I do think that they deserve a hell of a lot of credit. Korean developers right now are truly the future of the video game industry. While yes, Japanese devs are still doing good, there are quite a few who are more worried about chasing ESG dollars and chasing Western standards, aka making content for sensitive snowflakes on social media. But there are a lot of Japanese devs who are still doing good, though Korean devs are really kind of dominating right now, at least in my opinion. I love seeing sexy video game characters. I love seeing games that release that are genuinely fun, and Stellar Blade hits all of those marks. And now, of course, people are praising the newest DLC launch. As you can see, this is the kind of 2B skin that they're adding. It looks absolutely freaking phenomenal. I could not praise them any more than I already have for this. It looks gorgeous. We see a lot of skin. We see just such a good array in this very, very short trailer. And I think that this is going to bring a lot of people back into this game world. Much deserved, by the way, and there are tons of gamers who are praising them for this decision, saying things like, suits the game so well, Yoko Taro and Shift Up actually listening to their fan base. Yoko Taro is phenomenal and deserves so much praise. I am inevitable. Stellar Blade is the real game of the year in 2024 for me. I think that there are still some competitors like Black Myth Wukong. I personally did have a lot of fun with Stellar Blade, though I actually ended up streaming it twice on the channel because I liked it so much. Now, that's what I call unreal jiggly physics. This game evolved from being a great game to a legendary game. Praise across the board. I honestly don't even see the mainstream media attacking this right now. Maybe they will once it finally launches because we have only seen the short trailer, though who knows? I obviously don't want them to attack it because this game is so good and it does deserve still a heck of a lot of praise. But going on over to X, people are also talking about the fact that not only are we getting this really great looking DLC, but we're also getting Stellar Blade coming to PC in 2025. So while we do not have a release date, the game will be available via both Steam and the Epic Game Store, meaning we are going to get even more mods, and we are going to get, of course, the anti-censorship mods, but I'm sure also some more risque mods, aka Eve wearing absolutely nothing. And this is also a really great decision because there are so many people who, do not own PlayStations, who didn't get a chance to buy it or play it, who now are going to be able to give it a chance. Mod creators and enjoyers warming up. This model was just in Shift Up Studios doing camera work. What are the Mad Lads planning? We do know that they are going to be making a sequel, or at least that seems to be the direction that they're heading in with Stellar Blade, which I think would be really cool. It was a good game. It deserves a lot of praise. And I do think that, yes, they should work on a sequel basically as soon as possible. Again, I completely understand why there are some people out there who do not want to buy the game because of some of the decisions that Sony made initially. 100% totally and completely get that, but you are missing out on a really good experience, in my opinion. And if you've been disappointed with the state of the Western gaming industry, This is basically the exact opposite, right? Genuinely good storytelling, characters with a lot of depth. Eve actually has a full character arc throughout this. She changes as a character. The people around her, like Lily and Adam, change around her. She does affect the world. The boss fights are really cool. The music's fantastic. Really, really cool. And yeah, I mean, it just goes to show that Korean devs are kind of dominating right now. Shift Up is dominating, and we've heard over the past couple of months that Korean devs have actually seen kind of a boom in their industry because so many gamers are looking away from the Western world of gaming and they're looking to other regions like Japan, like South Korea, which I think is really great because I love seeing creatives from all different sorts of places really thrive and get the attention they deserve. And I'm not sitting here saying that the Korean games market is perfect by any means. I love the gameplay, the aesthetics, and a lot of the elements of Black Desert Online, for example, but I think it's monetized pretty poorly. Same with the First Descendant. I love character models. The boss fights are really stellar. The group play is really fun, but monetized kind of poorly. So they're not perfect by any means, but they are creating content that is good. It's just that they really need to recognize why gamers stay on a game and why gamers walk away from them. And if you expect people to shell out thousands of dollars, yeah, sure, you're going to get some whales that are going to do that, but it really can harm your product in totality. So I hope they kind of shift their mentality over the next couple of years when it comes to monetization. And I do really think that they can continue to dominate and get a lot of the attention that they deserve. And look at Shift Up, for example. I think they did a great job when it comes to the monetization because it was just a full price game. You didn't have any microtransactions, which I think is the stellar way to go. And, you know, I want titles that are this good to succeed. I just hope that in the future, when we look at a Stellar Blade 2 or even this PC version, that we are not seeing any more censorship, that Sony really sees why the game thrived. If they decide to go for another deal, I personally think that if worse comes to worse, Sony will actually end up buying Shift Up because they see the success. Who knows? I hope that's not the case. But I do hope that we do not see any other problems going forward because I do think that this was a stellar start to a potential franchise. So I will be keeping my eye on this. When Stellar Blade actually comes out on PC, I will probably buy it and replay the game for a third time because it's just that good. But at the end of the day, we're seeing this NieR Automata DLC, which is being super positively received. Everybody's talking about it and pointing out how good this looks and how fun these outfits are and how really just, you know, Yoko Taro and Shift Up collabing is like the most iconic duo that you could possibly, you know, put together. So I'll be keeping my eye on this. But for now, that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this, make sure to give it a like, and if you didn't, give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I'll talk to you all again in the next video really soon.